Good evening, Wizards Nation. What is good, everybody? The schedule is out. The schedule is out. We are facing the Bucks on October 21st here at home. Dude, we are 69 days away. 69 days away from the season opener. That is 2 months and like a week. If you think about it, we are, in my opinion, 69 days away from us witnessing the turning of a page for a franchise, both visibly, tangibly. We're going to talk about the Stadium of Innovations that came out a couple days ago. But man, I just feel like, again, I keep saying this, but like in my 33 years of fandom with this team, this is the most anticipated Wizards season I have ever seen. I just feel it. Like, I feel a new era. We're in the precipice of embarking in a new journey with this franchise that has been, I'm gonna be straightforward, that has been dormant for the past 10 years. Since Game 7 at Boston. Lit, man. 2 months. Anyways, we're playing the Bucks. We're gonna review the schedule. The NBA fumbled. Let's just be honest. The NBA fumbled. We are not playing on Christmas Day, as we all kind of hoped or envisioned. But anyways, before I get to before I show my screen, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Let me go ahead and turn this thing on real quick, and let me go ahead and share the schedule. Hey, bro, the first 5 games, I'm gonna show y'all right now. I'm kind of feeling 3-2. 3-2. Let me know right now what y'all think. We've faced the first 5 games: the Bucks, Raptors, Bulls, Hornets, and Cavs. Give me your predictions for the first 5 games. We ups in the chat. Yo, what's up? We up? What is up, Paprika? What is up, Real Solo? In these first 5 games, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of looking at. I see the dubs against the Bucks, the Bulls, and I say we beat out the Hornets. Even though it is at Charlie, I don't care. I don't care. They got no point of attack defender right now. 3-2. I'm saying 3-2. 4. I see 4-1 as well. I can see 4-1, but I'm gonna play them. People saying 5-0. 5-0. We have says fuck. I'm on the energy. Fuck it. Fuck it. But realistically speaking, I can see us beating the Bucks, Bulls, and the Hornets, and we thug it out for against the Raptors and the Cavs. I mean, with the Raptors, we don't know yet. We don't know what's going on with the Kawhi trade and all that stuff. But we up says we're not scared of no Raptors or Cavs. Hey, I'm gonna take it one further. I'm not scared of anybody. This is a transitional year, but at the same time, like I was thinking this earlier. Let me put my headphones on. I was thinking this earlier before I go more to the overall. Here, I'm going to show right now the overall schedule. With this new era that we are now embarking on, I am not limiting my expectations or my overall optimism for this team. In the previous rebuild from 2010 to 2014 with the John Wall, Ernie Grunfeld, I'm not gonna lie to you. My overall optimism, my daydreaming was capped at second round, because I knew we had Ernie Grunfeld at the helm. I knew Ernie Grunfeld was limited as a GM. With the retooling era of Tommy Shepard and the Bradley Beal era, or led by Bradley Beal. No offense to Bradley Beal, I love Bradley Beal, but I too capped my expectations. I thought, best case scenario, second round with this team. Best case, like that is like. But now with this era, this now being the third rebuilding phase era, or I guess if you want to call Tommy Shepard era, the retooling era. This era, I am now no longer limiting my overall expectations, my overall my overall. I don't even know how to say my daydreaming of this team. I'm not. The sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. Bro, I'm 33. I want to see a chip. And I feel it. Why not us? Why not us? We saw other teams were dormant for 20 years. They get their franchise player. Now all of a sudden, look at the Knicks. Look at the Knicks. In their historic finals run. Why not us? That's my main question to everybody else. Why not us? I know we're not going to do, this year is not going to be we're not going to reach I don't know. Odds are we're not going to reach the Eastern Conference Finals or the finals, obviously. It's a transitional year. But I've been saying this for a while. In this decade, I'm calling it right now, we're going to break that spell and we're going to win 50 games in a season. Maybe by 2029, 2029, maybe 2028. But I'm calling it right now. We're going to win 50 games and break that 50-year drought, or since 79. We're doing it this decade. Anyways, enough of me freaking yammering. Let's get straight to the schedule. We getting a chip before you turn 40, Dirty. Don't trip. Yeah, I got you, bro. Chuck Best in the chat. First 10, we will know a lot about what and how we are going to cook. Exactly. First 10 is honestly going to be adjustment to winning. More interested to seeing games 40 and 60. Yep, I hear you. So this is the schedule. But let's go ahead and continue moving forward. Agent Bonsa says, circle them all regarding the Wizards. The Wizards tweeted out a video. We're going to get to that later on the stream. This one right here says, circle them all regarding Agent Bonsa. Ayo. Oh, man. So we play 6 national TV games this year. Boston twice, Philly, Utah later on in the season. We'll get to that in a bit. Detroit and Phoenix. 6. I think this number is a little bit lower than some fan base or some fans expected, to be honest. The way I see it, we got to earn ours. We do. I saw some people predicting we will get at least 10 to 15 nationally televised games. You like to think. We got the number 1 overall pick. We're an up-and-coming team. We got Trae Young going through a resurgence with us. Calling it right now. Anthony Davis. We got storylines. But, at the same time, I have seen my team be supremely disrespected for the past, for all my life. Even when we were up, we weren't getting the limelight like we should have gotten. We weren't getting national attention like we should have gotten. So I was like, even though I kind of do see like maybe 8 to 10, I was expecting 5 to 6, to be honest. I was just like, you know what? They're going to dog us here. They're going to dog us, but it's okay. It's okay. This is a season where we're going to alert the entire NBA. All right? We got to earn ours. I like earning mine. That way, whenever you reach your destination, you are 3 times more satisfied than the person who didn't earn theirs. That's the way I see it, bro. Anyways, it says here, this is a good tweet right here. The Washington Wizards only have 6 nationally televised games. For reference, the Mavericks, after adding Anthony Davis and getting the first pick, had 23 fumbled by the NBA. You know what I mean? Like, respect, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, the Mavericks go from 23 nationally televised games with Cooper Flag, number 1 overall pick. We got AJ Bonsa, who's a highlight reel player. We only get 6. It's okay. And you know what? I got my list of people. I got my list. I got the Jazz fan base. I got the Nets fan base. Stephen A. Smith's on my list. I'm putting the NBA on my list as well. Fuck it. I'm putting Adam Silver. Everyone. It's okay. This list is getting long. It's getting a bit hefty. But you know what? We got to earn ours, and we're going to do it this year. So the marquee game, AJ Bonsa and Darren Peterson will meet for the first time on February 27th, bruh. We got to wait, what, 6 months for this? 6 months for this game. Wizards at Jazz on Prime. Let me see what people are saying. Will Pullins in the chat. Will Pullins says, experience down the whole roster is what we're missing, but we will get there. Exactly. Again, I keep saying a traditional year, but whatever. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Yeah, I completely agree. So Hardy says, when I compare to other teams, I don't see anything we're missing. Yep. Ted is blocking the national TV games to promote Monumental. Yeah. Hey, let me know in the comment section right now or in the chat, please. Let me know. Let me know. Are y'all who those of you who did not have Monumental last year, are y'all now getting Monumental this year for this season? I'm gonna be straightforward with y'all, and I'm thinking about doing it in one stream. I think I'm gonna get Monumental, and it hurts me to say that. It hurts, but last year I was watching the games on my freaking iPad. I watched every single game. I did, even when I was at Halloween parties. I was at a freaking after party one time. I still watched it. You know, I was alone in the corner just watching the game by myself. It's okay. It's okay. But this year, I'm just like, nah, man, I got this big ass flat screen TV. I'm not missing out. I need to experience this. The AirPlay wasn't as good. It wasn't as crisp. We up says I have no choice. Yeah, I agree. Hey, I'm with you. I feel exactly the same way. I have no choice, bruh. I have no choice. Ted licking his chomps right now says, well, pulling. Yeah, dude. Ted, he's biting on his nails. This motherfucker, man. It's all good, though. Ted's up. The Leonsis family is up. Just letting you know, man. Their wallets, too, are going to be way up. Base Mountain says, partial ticket available on Tuesday. Yep. As an overseas MF, I can't even get Monumental. Shout out streaming. Damn, man, that sucks. Wait, so how do you watch the game, Paprika? You watch it on Buff streams? Damn, that sucks. What? You like to think Ted wouldn't discriminate with the money. As long as, you know, it's I've never seen somebody discriminate with the money. As long as you have the money, you convert it to dollars, that's all that matters for him, I'd like to think, right? That sucks, dude. Anyways, let's move forward. We talked about this. The Wizards now have more national TV games this season than they had in the previous 5 seasons combined. Crazy. So, you know, they did kind of, you know, acknowledge to a certain degree, but still, obviously the past 3 seasons have been an afterthought. We were tanking. You know, we knew what the deal was. They knew what the deal was. But there's that. Trae Young's first regular season game at Madison Square Garden as a Wizard comes deep into the regular season. We don't face the Knicks at Madison Square Garden until March 20th. So the 2 primetime games, the Knicks at New York is not until March 20th, which is what, 6-7 months from now? And then the overall, the Jazz game, which is not until February 27th. Again, 6 months from now. Crazy. It's okay, though. I made my own notes here. Buff streams is king, says Paprika. Damn, bro. That sucks, man. That sucks. I live in Austin, so it'll be League Pass for the 12th year straight. I feel for y'all Monumental nonsense. Yeah, man. Yeah. The League Pass, you get all, I believe, right? But the thing is, like, it's weird because, like, with the League Pass, you get all except from your home team. Your local team or something like that. There's so many avenues and hurdles. I don't want to go on another rant. Crocs 106 says, yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but they're gonna need to allow the viewers to be able to watch the watch past games. They currently take down the previous games when the next game is played. Oh, really? Fuck. You see, on YouTube TV, you used to be able to record that. This is my first time going to Monumental. Okay. Noted. Okay, I appreciate it. Exactly. They black out the local team, says Hick. Oh, man. These freaking billionaires, bro. I can go on a rant on these billionaires. Anyways, here's my notes. I got my little notes here regarding the schedule. Dirty schedule notes. So it says here, I did this at work. I said in October, the 5 games, I said, I think we got a shot to come out 3-2. You know, we got Milwaukee, Chicago. I said those are somewhat, you know, gimme games, hopefully. But it's Toronto, Charlotte, and Cleveland. Those first 5 games. But some of y'all said 4-1. Some of y'all said 5-0 for the first 5 games. I'm saying for now 3-2. Come back to me. Maybe I'll adjust it. But, you know, I'm saying 3-2 for the first 5 games in October. or the lone games in October, sorry. Our first West Coast road trip is not until the end of January. From January 21st until January 22nd, 2026, sorry. It's Denver, the Clippers, Lakers, and Portland, our road trip. And those are the games, obviously, you know, for those who are in the DMV area, those games will be like, I saw something like around 10 p.m., you know what I mean, 10:30 p.m. I went live in a 17-game winning season after the Lakers game at 12:30 at night, midnight. I went live. You know damn well I'm going to go live here. The stream might be an hour long. The stream for the Lakers game in March was like 25 minutes long. No, this stream, we're going to be up until 2 a.m., bro. I'm not even joking. We're going to be chopping it up. Paprika's going to be in deep REM sleep, but you know, there's that. What's up? Richard Lowe's in the chat. By the way, DB, have you seen the new YouTube monetization rules? Shit is disgusting. Yeah, bro. I think they're trying quote unquote to prevent this AI slop that's all over the YouTube Shorts community. But I feel for new content creators, it's disgusting. Like now you got to double your watch time hours. I had to agree to the contract rules with both of my channels. And I was like, fuck, dude, what the fuck? Anyways, yeah, I hear you, bro. Will we be up later than we were for the first round of the NBA draft? I'm still recovering from that. That's crazy. Yeah. We were in this stream till like what, 11? Was I mistaken? 11. Anyways, let me finish this. I didn't see many people talking about this though. Trae Young returns to Atlanta on November 6th. Literally, I think it's the 9th game of the season. It's not a national game, but I didn't see many people talking about this. This is obviously one of the biggest storylines this season for us. Trae Young and the Wizards go to Atlanta early on in the season. So we don't have to wait for this game, but for the games against the Jazz and New York at New York, those are in late February, March. But for this game, this is probably going to be the game early on in the season. So mark your calendars. We play against the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta. This is the 9th game of the season, November 6th. I wrote down not a national game. Shake my head. I'm going to add an F right here. Come on now. I know the NBA never shies from monetizing from every single aspect of these games, but this is a missed opportunity in my opinion. This is a missed opportunity. We got 13 back-to-backs this season. 13. My question is, will AD miss these games and the second night of back-to-back? Will there be other guys? You know? Well, another question, obviously, is will AD be here past the trade deadline? A lot of questions, but food for thought. We got 13 back-to-backs this season for the Washington Wizards. In my opinion, cover right here, tough months. January's rough. I wrote down have mercy. I did. See Finberg. Finberg broke it down. I was looking at it and I saw Finberg on my tweets and in my notifications. He gave me the noting. Finberg broke it down nicely. However, let me know what y'all think about this, y'all. Will Pone says, we have so many fun storylines with AJ playing all the top picks and Trae Young playing against the Hawks Knicks. Yeah, exactly. We're going to stomp ATL, says Paprika. Yeah. We're coming in. How does that song go? It's a famous ATL song. Fuck. I forgot. Chuck Best says there'll be a 3 a.m. ending stream this season. Count it. I'm here for it. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah. Just know if we go double overtime against the Clippers or the Lakers, just know we're gonna be up till 2 a.m. Freaking singing this song. We're gonna be up until 2 a.m. singing that. Every back-to-back, AD misses, removed $2 million from his extension. Anyways, here's one thing. And, you know, I looked at the season schedule, and one of the first things I looked at for the first time in 10 years, 9 years, since 2016, I went to March and April. And I was like, let me get a gist. We all know that, last season's teams improved. We don't have a good estimation of just how good everybody's going to be. But let me see just how strong or how weak March and April is for us when we potentially go on hopefully, a playoff run. I haven't done that in the past 10 years. I haven't. Here are my notes. In March, in my opinion, we have 8 winnable games. 8 gimme winnable games that I wrote down here. These are teams who are non-playoff teams or teams who regressed, in my opinion. We have 8 games who are gimmies out of 15 total in March. However, mid-March, it's rough. We got a stretch against the Spurs, Wolves, Knicks, Sixers, Knicks again, and Denver. And mind you, 4 of them are on the road. As a matter of fact, from mid-March all the way to the end of the season, halfway through April, not gonna lie to you guys, it did look a bit tough, but it's okay. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. I'm not gonna say it's ultra tough and it's completely impossible for us to win games. But in April, we have 6 games, and 2 of them are quote unquote gimmies. We will see with this new NBA draft lottery system, because we're playing against the Pelicans and the Grizzlies, mind you. But who's to say those 2 teams are striving to get out of the quote-unquote relegation zone, and they're doing the best to, better their draft positioning. So we will see where they're at right now, but odds are, if those games are meaningful for us in April, which they should be, hopefully, we will be able to belt to ass those 2 games. But after that, we got 4 other games against teams who should be competing for the playoffs. Sixers, Magic, Miami, and Detroit. So from mid-March until April, we got 6 games in April. 4 of those being against playoff teams. You know what I mean? On the opposite end, this could be a good test for us, a good barometer test to see where we're at. If we do make the playoffs, we will be, I like to think, not only well seasoned, but also, these tough games could prep us, maybe, for a playoff appearance. Let me see what people are saying. That's a good balance in March. You don't want a cakewalk because we're going to gear up for the playoffs. Yeah, I agree with we up. The Wolves ain't stopping our double big, says Paprika. That's true. Yeah. I mean, Paprika, who's to say AD's not on the team, though? We don't know. We obviously, nobody knows yet, but yeah, that's true. If we do keep AD, yeah. Dirty, you should have broke down all these in separate videos. Contact Magic. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Chuck Best. I was thinking about that too, like breaking this down in a video, all this. I might do this later on, but honestly, I kind of want to react with you guys. I wanted to see some feedback, not just feedback, but like see your reactions as well. Obviously say it out loud. But I was thinking about, I was like, this should be probably a standard video, but I was like, you know what? Never mind. I wanted to react with y'all, We're a community. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Anyways, let me see what people are saying. Doc Miyagi says, I'm so ready for the season. I feel like we can get off to a hot start. Baseman says, I didn't pick Jazz because I feel DP will be injured by then. Cool Gamer says, Ja, don't go 35 and 47. I don't want to see it. Anyway, so there's that. I said strength of schedule possibly from like mid-March till like April. I don't know, maybe 7.5 out of 10. I mean, but you know what? It's a good test, like we have said, and I completely agree. If we are making for a playoff run, you'd like to think we already kind of like, obviously not quote unquote thoroughly playoff tested or playoff battle, but playing a stretch of playoff teams before the playoffs start, you like to think it would gear us up in the right direction, or maybe get us out of the playoff contention. But I don't know. There's that. For those Wizards and Commanders heads, I wrote right here, there are 2 games this season that the Wizards and Commanders games will overlap. Week 10, Commanders play on a Thursday at 8:15. That same day, we play Detroit at 7 p.m. So it looks like for one half and one half only, the second half of this game will be overlapped by the Commanders game against the Giants. I think it was this game. The Giants on week 10. Damn. And then another one, December 20th, the Commanders play against the Atlanta Hawks. Against the Falcons at 1 p.m. We play against Brooklyn at 3 p.m. So this one might be overlapping just for like an hour. Just an hour. There are some flex games that the Commanders have, so maybe those games could be, flex into a game where the Wizards actually play those days. But for the most part, we only have 2 games where the Wizards and Commanders both overlap. And like on the past 7, 8 years, you know what I mean? I like to think most of DMV Nation, they mostly tuned in for like, the Commanders game. They're like, the Wizards, it is what it is. I'll catch them on the replay. This year, we can't do that. We can't do that. I mean, the Wizards have just as much hype as the Commanders do, or maybe even more. Maybe even more, honestly. Damn, I feel like we play the Falcons every single year, says Base Maryland. Farron says, we on the up, baby. Hey, yo, cheers. We up, bro. We up. We are up. Washington Wizards fan says, we play the Jazz the day after my birthday, my 19th birthday. Hey, yo, it's for you. Young Mills says, I'm late, but who do we have first? The Milwaukee Bucks, bro. Young Mills in the chat. We got the Milwaukee Bucks first game on October 21st. Back-to-back years against the Milwaukee Bucks. And let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Who's going to the home opener? Who's going to the Bucks game, the home opener? Did anybody already stamp it? I think the tickets are for sale already, right? I've been contacted by the Wizards ticket representative for a while. Who's going? Who's going to the home opener? Now we know it's against the Bucks. You know what I mean? Young Mills is starting off the season 1-0. Yeah, I put that in my community post. I said 1-0. We up. Buckets, how much are the pricing for the level 100 tickets for the home opener? I don't know. Let me do some research real quick. I keep getting like bundle packages being emailed to me, but I don't see prices. Let's see. Wizards versus Bucks tickets. Let me see. Hold on. Let me do some investigation. Now that we know we're playing against the Bucks, let's go to StubHub. One ticket. What the fuck is this? All right. Fuck it. Here we go. We up. Let's look at the tickets. So section, this is the game against the Bucks. Section, oh, y'all can't see it. Section 411 is $45. This is the one all the way. Your head is pretty much touching like the championship banter. All the way up, $45. Now you go down to section. No, I want to go here. My bad. It is $398, looks like, for section 100. 300. I usually go to 121 or 101. It's $398. Yep. This is for the good seats in 100. And then in the end seats, it's 144, 145. That's not too bad. That's not bad. Well, I mean, but you know what I mean. But for the good seats in 100, it's $398. On the opposite end, hold on. I don't know why this thing is showing up. Yeah, $350. So 121, section 121, 112 is $252. I mean, y'all let me know what y'all think about those prices. I think it's a little bit too much, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in my opinion, you will be witnessing The turning of a page. Ted making up for the lost time in the season opener. Yeah. Cougar says, what the hell is this, Ted? Yummo says 400 with tax. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Yeah. 400 bucks for level 100. Wow. Yeah. 400 to witness greatness. What a bargain, says We Up. Those end seats are covered by a bunch of cables. Doc Miyagi says, I'm dropping 400 minimum. Chuck Best says, yeah, I'm there. First game at home. First time in about 6 years. Oh, I bet. Yeah, Chuck Best, man. I feel like you're going to be, for everybody who's going to game one, man, I know it's expensive. I know. We know how things work here. But I'm not going to say looking past that because I don't want to look past the dire state we're in right now with the economy, whatever. I don't want to get, be a doomer, but looking objectively regarding the Wizards, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. If I didn't have this channel, I would be there. Like now, I'll have my tickets already in my account. But I have to go live after every single game, and I if I go to a game, I won't be back home till like 11:30. The optimum or the premium time to get on and to react to a game is immediately after the game ends. But yeah. I don't know. I can't defend these prices, bro. What am I gonna do? What do I mean? I'm not a paid propagandist, bro. I'm gonna give you my real opinion. But you know what? At least we will see, hopefully, first, premier talent on the court for our team. Second, good quality basketball being played, which we haven't seen, in my opinion, since the John Wall 2016-2017 season. I look past a lot the Tommy Shepard, Bradley Beal era. To me, that's just redundancy at its finest. You're selling me a false product. But yeah. Just join the lockdown post-game show from Arena Dirty. I went to a game last year against it was MLK Day. I saw Ben Strober and AB. And I was like, oh shit. I know this guys. Hey, I'm not trying to put Ben Strober on blast, but I saw Ben Strober, and shout out to Ben Strober. He's a friend of the show. I always put up his tweets and all that. Dude, I saw Ben dapping up Will Dawkins. And I was like, damn, Ben got it good like that, bro. I was like, Ben got it good like that. That's dope, man. I'm happy for him. That's dope as hell, man. I'm not going to lie. If Dawkins came up to me and he wants to dap me up, first off, my hands will be shaking. I got anxiety. You know what I mean? I saw Dawkins. I was like, I came there when they were working out, and I went up to like literally damn near floor seats. I saw Dawkins in front of me, and the first thing I said to my friend, I was like, bro, I put this freaking guy's face on my thumbnails. I was starstruck. I'm not even joking. I was like, dude, I literally edit this guy's face on freaking Fonta. I was like, and now he's right here in front of me. What the heck? Oh my goodness. I saw Alex Sarr. I saw Trey Johnson working out, Bob Carrington. Chuck Best says, Ben is tapped in. They include Ben audio clips and a lot of Wizards promos. Strobe's. No, Strober's the shit, dude. He's one of my favorites. Chuck Best says, AB's too, but Strobe's got radio too. Yeah. I don't know. Is Strober monumental? Is Locked On considered monumental? I thought Locked On was his own network. Because then you got Locked On Jazz, Locked On Hawks, Locked On NBA. Is Locked On a monumental. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Washington Wizards fans says, if I ever meet him, and he didn't say anything after that. Anyways, we went off topic here. Finberg, another one of the Wizards' goats, says January looks like it will be the hardest month on the Wizards' schedule. They play 11 out of their 16 games that month against 2026 playoff teams, which doesn't include matchups against the now healthy Indiana Pacers. So that's basically 12 out of 16 games. January looking rough, bruh. But it's all good. I'll never back down from a challenge. You like to think all the young bucks in the roster, ultra competitive. They're not going to back down from a challenge. We've got the Spurs, Clippers, Lakers, OKC, Minnesota, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Houston. I can't breathe. Okay. Indiana, Boston, Denver, Lakers, Portland. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and I had this in my notes too, right? I wrote down here. Yeah, I said January is rough, have mercy. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah. I mean, he did state, 11 out of 16 games that month were against 2026 NBA playoff teams. Sometimes teams do not meet expectations. You never know. But, sometimes there's also injuries involved. Got to factor that in as well. Locked on NBA with subsidiaries. Okay. We also says, no, it's not. Ben has media credentials to Locked On, however. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. And Ben, in my opinion, I made videos about this. Not about Ben, but I made videos about the Wizards NFC season pressers. In my opinion, Ben always has the best questions, or one of the best questions, because I noticed the trends. I always use his clips in my standard videos for his questions that he asked the players. He's tapped in. 1067 is owned by Monumental, and I'm pretty sure he's a full-time employee there. Yeah, I know. Maybe. Re-Up says we're going sub 500 in January on 4. Yeah. We're going sub 500. Houston's going to be asked as base Maryland. Yeah, you never know. Some of these teams could implode. You never know. This game, base Maryland got it right. Houston on the 15th. Who's to say Durant is out? Who's to say Durant got a burner, already attacking, his teammates by then? Chemistry is an all-time low. Team culture, you never know. But, on the surface level, but like I keep stating, we got to earn ours this year. This year, in my opinion, it's not only us installing the winning principles and, just winning principles in general. I think we got the talent in the world. I think talent has never been a question for us. I mean, not never. For this to come in here, talent is not a question. It's just winning. Learning how to win in the NBA for the Young Bucks. Also injuries. Coaching staff as well. Coaching staff's a huge mystery. We don't know yet. Nobody knows yet. But, the way I see it, I saw Wizards fans being down. We're just like, dude, we only got, 6 nationally televised games this year. We saw how it was reported here that the freaking Mavericks had 23 nationally televised games last year with Cooper Flag in their roster. The way I see it is just I keep saying this, but this is how I genuinely feel. I want to earn mine. I'm pretty sure the NBA are cognizant of this brewing Trae Young Wizards versus Knicks rivalry. I'm pretty sure they are. But they want to see it in action. They want to see, honestly, the numbers first. The ratings from the first game. Could you imagine if we faced the Knicks in the first round of the playoffs? Could you imagine? The way I see it, we are putting the NBA on notice this year. We got to earn ours. I'm pretty sure all the NBA respected analysts, respected executives, scouts, GMs, whatever, they are keenly aware of our rising. They are. Adam Silver is too. But still, we got to earn ours. We look great on paper. We do. The way I see it, though, I've had many years as a Wizards fans where I'm just like, no, we have a great team. We're stacked. We look great on paper. We're not a Dwight Howard year. I mean, like, it didn't come to fruition. It didn't translate to the hardwood. That's where I'm at, dude. But you know what? I am confident with this bunch. I am confident with this bunch, dude. I love our young nucleus. Ben getting that invite to the cookout. Yeah, you're still on Ben. Yeah, bro. Most definitely. Wayup says that tough part about January schedule is the amount of non-playoff teams, the back-to-back, and the length of the West Coast road trip. Yeah, and I talked about here our first West Coast road trip is the end of January, which is January 21st to January 26th. Yeah. And, 4 of them are, yeah. January isn't as bad as I thought the more I look at it. Renegade says there's nothing hard about the January schedule. Okay. Ben is like, you're still on Ben, boy. Ben is like the type of guy you want your girl to date. Your girl? The fuck, this man? What do you mean? You want your girl to date somebody else? Oh, he said, quote, daughter. My bad. That's Paprika, man. Hey, yo, that was a monumental edit right here. Your girl to date. No, never mind. Your daughter to date. Paprika's out of pocket. Anyways, there's that. Let me know what else y'all have to say about the overall schedule. Here's the schedule in its entirety right here. My cat's meowing. He said he wants his girl dating. The schedule is right here. So yeah, I'll tell you right here, October 6 games. Other than 5 games. No, it's 6. It's 6. Well, for the first 5 games, I predicted 3-2. These are the first 5 games. Bucks, Raptors, Bulls, Hornets, and Cavs. I said 3-2, bro. I said 3-2. I think we got the Bucks, we got the Bulls. I think we're gonna eke it out against the Hornets. And who's to say, like, we could sneak out one of these against the Raptors or Cavs? Those are gonna be tough games. But other than that, Can we talk about the Nets and Pelicans getting almost 30 back-to-backs? LOL. They did? Combined? 30 back-to-backs is crazy. Paprika says 4-1. Yeah, we got 13 back-to-backs. I've wrote here in my notes. 13 back-to-backs. And I said, well, 80 missed these games. Hey, yo, looking at November. Can I zoom in on this? Looking at November. Shit, the first week of November is going to be freaking... We got the Magic, Hawks. We're playing the Hawks back-to-back first week of November. Then we go to OKC. We got a tough 4-game road trip in November. The Hawks, OKC, then Detroit, and then the Pacers. It's all good. I mean, let's get our tough games out the way early on in the season when we got AD. We don't know what's going to happen post-trade deadline. Because November is tough. Yeah, November. I'm looking at it right now, bro. November's kind of tough. January is tough. We talked about that. November's pretty tough. Like we got that. Then we got Detroit again. Houston. Okay, Memphis is kind of like a quote unquote gimme or whatever. Chicago. I see 2 quote unquote gimme games in November out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 11, 15 games. I see 2 quote unquote gimme games out of 15 games in November. And the rest of, I'm not saying the rest of them are impossible to win. Hell no. Hell no. But what I will say is, I'm pretty sure. Here's something. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm pretty sure, as we all know, actually, I'm stating the obvious. AD is going to reevaluate our team. Robin said, post 20 games around that time. I'm assuming like late December, early January, where we're at. November looks like it's going to be a tough month. I'm not scared of it. I'm not ducking from it. I'm not running from it. But November does look like it's going to be a bit of a tough month. I see 2 gimme games out of 15 games in total. However, will this, I don't know what I'm trying to formulate here. What I'm trying to say is, AD obviously is going to be here in November. The entire month. I think this is somewhat of a good barometer test to see just how good we are with a guy like AD on our side. December looks much more easier. We got the NBA Emirates Cup, but December looks a bit easier. We talked about January, the gauntlet month. You know what I mean? Boy, I'm going to be in the gulag all of shit. Oh, man. It's all good, though. But, we'll see. I'm trying to correlate November and Anthony Davis because let's say we leave November and we have a +4 record with AD. Hey, that to me will be that will be monumental. If we leave the end of November and we are what? Was it 15 plus 6, 21? We are 14 and 10. I don't know. I'm not doing my math correctly. But we have a +4 record. With AD, we survived November. And then now the easier part of our schedule is coming up. Hey, man. I think that will show possibly just how good we can be for the rest of the season. Even though it is November, though, things change. We've seen teams. Every single year, teams go under they get hot later on in the season. But Paprika says 2 games against the Celtics in December, the Raptors, Cavs twice. The whole season tough. Hey, to be honest, the whole season is tough. But you know what? This is like this for everybody else in our conference. So obviously there's slight tweaks here and there, but Richard Lowe says we up. Did anyone see AM's Hoops videos trashing the Wizards? Yeah, bro, we reacted to it. It sparked some controversy. Nah, not controversy, but yeah. Let me see here. I feel like we can make some noise in the WNBA, in the NBA Cup. Yes. We are going to make some noise. Considering our group, we are going to make some noise. I do want to give an overall shout out to Russell Westbrook, who recently retired. I think it was yesterday. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, man, on a legendary Hall of Fame career. We had that magical season with Russ here that in the Bradley Beal era. To me, I've always been from afar, and I mean afar, from DC to OKC, I've been a huge fan of Russell Westbrook. His overall intensity, his competitive nature, I mean, that was one of the main reasons why I say maybe like a good chunk of Wizards fans wanted him to come here to be with the 15 standard contract. And it was reported that Russell Westbrook was offered the 15 standard contract here to be with the Wizards. But he ultimately chose to retire. That came out wrong. But you know what I mean. It says here, quote unquote, Westbrook had offers this offseason with the Sacramento Kings and Washington Wizards, but chose to step away from the game on his own terms, sources told ESPN's Shams Charania, ending one of the most statistically robust careers in league history. No jokes here. Much respect to the legend Russell Westbrook. Brody, I was a huge fan, still am a huge fan, and wishing you much continued success as you embark into your second career, which you know, the guy like him, who's supremely dedicated in whatever he does, you know he's going to come out on top, because that's what Brody always does. Beal just got signed back to the Clippers. What? We're over here taking the limelight from Brody. Was it really? Is that true? Showtime? Oh, Showtime broke the news. I'm going to put it up right now. Hold on. I was going to go straight to the monumental edits or stadium renovations. Y'all talking about Brody? Breaking news. Shams, who got his sources from Showtime, says Bradley Beal has agreed to a 2-year, $13.2 million deal to return to the Clippers with a player option in the second season. So, Wizards legend. I say legend, dude. Yeah. Whether you like him or not. Some might say notorious villain. Nah, bro. I respect Bradley Beal, even though I do think him asking for that freaking no trade clause and that stupid overall Supermax was atrocious and did us no justice. But heck, look right here. Look at right here. You see my Bradley Beal poster. I can't post it right now. Right there. Hey, man, I grew up. Well, Bradley Beal and I were both born in 1993. He is exactly 1 month younger than me. I feel like I grew up watching this man's career. And the day that he retires, that day will send me to my inevitable. The day Bradley Beal retires, that will send me to my quarter life crisis immediately. I'm just like, nah, bro. I'm just like, I'm the same age as this guy. This man retires from the NBA. What the fuck am I going to do? You know what I mean? John Wall and Gilbert Arenas are legends, not Beal. Baseman says, congrats, Brad. Beal should have went home to the district. We'd boo him with open arms. Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to be straightforward. I thought Beal should have gone to Miami. This whole time I was like, dude, Miami needs the shooting. You know what I mean? Maybe perhaps, we know Bradley Beal's, 33 years old. Maybe he has a couple more seasons left in his bag. His body's pretty much deteriorating right now. But I was like, Miami's right there. I thought Miami would be it for him. But he's going back to the Clippers. It doesn't seem like he had a very strong market. But, we'll see. I never expected him to come back to the Wizards this offseason. I was just like, Wizards don't. I would much rather see guys like, Trey Johnson play, Carrington, heck, even Riley. And Bradley Beal's overall strengths as a player right now does not suit our needs. Like, we need a backup point guard or backup point guard depth or Trae Young insurance. We need more, in my opinion, point of attack defender insurance as well with Jameer Watkins' injury. Bradley Beal doesn't fit that. You know, he's pretty much the same player. I mean, not the same player, but, you know, kind of would play the same role as Trey Johnson. And I would much rather have Trey Johnson play that role with us, considering we want to see his development. "30 points per game is holding up his legacy," says We Up. Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, though. Trust me. With regarding Beal, trust me, I do understand why he is a bit, how can you say this? Like, infamous and this, like, I know why people dislike him, to say it lightly. Trust me. Even as a Bradley Beal supporter myself, when him and his camp were asking for that Supermax, and on top of that, they got the no trade clause, I was extremely disappointed. Extremely disappointed. First, because we allowed it to get to that point, we being Thomas Shepard in the front office, but also, I was just like, man, you had the audacity to ask for this contract, knowing damn well, I know you're not going to live up to it. I understand generational wealth. Okay, yes, I get. You know, I think you already had it beforehand, but still, like, just like, that was the inevitable. Not even inevitable. That was the clear. Besides other stuff as well. That was the rock that started the overall downfall of Avalanche for that era of Wizards. But we're over that, dude. We're over that. We're over that. You know what I mean? Beal's more of a Wizards legend than Hibachi. He's more of an icon than a legend. Beal is top 3 in scoring for the franchise. He's a legend. Yeah. Showtime, bro. Yeah. He's statistically, and also like, I'm not trying to. Also, people forget Beal. He's definitely not as stamped as John Wall was in the community, but he is right behind him. He is. I put Beal top 5 as Wizards players who were supremely involved in the community throughout their entirety with their career with the Wizards. Beal's there. I think John Wall's number 1 up there with Unseld. Shout out to the GOAT. But Beal, you know, he probably 4 or 5. You know, don't forget, Beal was lobbying hard to stay with the Wizards for the remainder of his career. You know, all right, I'm gonna get off of Beal. I've already seen chat already getting divided. Only dislike is because he got paid and not a trade. He played hard as hell, and they blew the point guard. Beal wall collapsed, so he did the mellow route. Yeah. What did Beal accomplish as our main option, though? Lots of empty stats, I feel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? You're putting up 30 points per game, but what are we, like, a 32-win team? 31-win team? Andre Blatch, I'll never forget this. Andre Blatch was putting up damn near, 19 and 9 when the Gilbert Arenas era was blown up. Andre Blatch was averaging that. And we were still a 20, like, you know, are you contributing to winning basketball? Are you winning and putting up 30 points per game? There's a difference, you know? But I do believe Beal in his prime, though, I think he had the capabilities to be. Beal was never a one option. He was never a 1A on a playoff team. He was never a 1A. But he wanted to be paid like a 1A. And that's where my discrepancies with him started. And I was just like, nah, dude, I can't. I love Bradley Beal, but I can't support this. You know? Anyways, we're getting off topic. I don't know, man. Bradley Beal is divisive in this fan base. I get it. But let us not distract ourselves from the fact that we're up. We got our own version of Bradley Beal maybe and Trey Johnson now. We up says, I rock with Brad though. Don't get it twisted. Just went out sad. Yeah. Agreed. Went out sad and it was indefensible. Even for a guy like me, I was just like, I can't. I criticize. I got the group chat still here. I didn't delete the group chat. You know what I mean, I was going off. Anyways, enough about Bradley Beal. He should have gone to the Pistons. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, should have gone to the Pistons. Pistons could have definitely used him. Y'all talking about Mike Scott? Millie Mills says, stop, don't compare Beal to Agent Zero. Smoking gas. Did I compare him to Agent Zero? Or did somebody do it? Anyways, let's get back to the overall object at hand, being the season schedule. I'm going to be live for at least 5 more minutes. But, yeah, man. We talked about this. Where's the video? No, I don't got the video. They dropped a nice little video for the home opener. I mean, for the season schedule drop, but Chuck Best says Kyle Kuzma. I don't rock with Kuzma anymore, bro. I don't rock with Kuzma. Dude, our primetime games or our nationally televised games are Boston, Philly, Utah. At least they got one thing right. Utah, Detroit, and Phoenix. I don't know why they put Phoenix up there. I'm not in. I'll take it, but I'm not. But this one right here against the Utah Jazz, that's not going to be until February 27th. So honestly, y'all, for those who are just joining the stream, honestly, the game you got to circle on your calendar. Trae Young returns to Atlanta November 6th. I think that's the 9th game of the season. Let me confirm that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. Yes. The 9th game of the season, the Wizards and Trae Young return to Atlanta. Mind you, we're playing the Hawks here at home the 2 days prior, but you know, you want to see Trae Young being a Atlanta Hawks legend. That to me is obviously, there's no question surrounding that. But Trae Young will be returning home, not home, his previous home. This is now his home. This is now his new home. But his previous home, so obviously it's going to be a game where he's going to come back. I'm assuming Atlanta better. I'm assuming they are going to. I already saw some tribute videos, but Atlanta's definitely going to be there with paying respects to their franchise legend. Also, I'm assuming Trae Young fans in ATL are going to come out as well. It's going to be a very sentimental day for Trae Young, but best believe Trae Young is going to whip up the belt that day. He's going to want to whip up the belt. He's going to ensure that we all whip up the belt. You know what I mean? He's going to text me, like, yo, you got to whip up the belt too. We all whip up the belt. Belt to ass against the Atlanta Hawks. You know he wants revenge. You know he wants revenge. I respect the fact they put us against Boston. Yeah, I like that too because I want to see how we stack against the top of the East. I have Boston right now. I think they're being supremely underrated. Supremely underrated. If Mitchell Robinson stays healthy, people keep talking about, you know, awesome front court duos and stuff like that. I think Mitchell Robinson and Neemias Queta is an underrated big man rotation right there. I'm a big fan of Neemias. I love Neemias Queta. If Mitchell Robinson can stay healthy, and just in general, Boston with their culture, their coaching, their ownership though sucks ass. But other than that, I have Boston right now top 4 of the East. Ain't AJ from Boston as well? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah. That flew across my head. Hey, shout out to Maury, man. My bad. Knicks, Hawks, Jazz are the 3 opponents I'm most looking forward to. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Boston fans like to rate the booth. Not this year. They will not outnumber us this year. Yeah. Hey, yo, that's one thing. That is one thing. Yeah. Chuck Best just brought up a good point. That's one thing I'm looking forward to seeing. Here's the overall new stadium renovations that's coming underway ahead of the 2027 season. You see the pictures here. Looks dope. I saw some inside pictures as well. What I'm most interested in, even though we are paying for this, damn it, with taxes, we are paying for this. I want to see the product inside the arena. You got to justify this. You got to justify this. The quality of product better be up to par. And it's going to be up to par. You know what I mean? Yeah, we talked about the season, the prices for those that are just joining the stream. The prices for game one looks like in section 100, 209, ranging from 209 to 352. Honestly, if you want the good seats, it's 352 in section 100 for game one against the Bucks. $352. We see the renovations coming on the way. Love seeing it. I'm mostly honing in on the product, though. Y'all playing hockey in that arena? Yeah, we the Capitals. They rock the red, from what I hear. But yeah, Chuck Best brought this up. Like, he was just like, I want to see, obviously Capital One's been dead for the past 3 years. Whenever we play the Lakers fans always, storm the stadium. It's always yellow everywhere. Boston's green everywhere. I want to see how it's going to happen this year. I feel like the pride that Wizards Nation has quadrupled. I feel like the casuals now are coming back into the fold. I don't blame them for leaving. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys, considering what we've been doing for the past, whatever. But, I am curious to see the overall new ratio now. The ratio of, like, the Wizards fans per, I'm assuming when we're playing against big market teams, like, the Lakers or the Knicks, the Celtics, the overall ratios versus the Wizards fan versus the opponent team's fan. I don't think we're going to get... Here's my prediction. I think for games like against like the Lakers and the Celtics and all this, we might get overshadowed. Let's just be honest. But it won't be just as much as it has been for the past 3 years. But for games like against the Bucks, I expect to see Wizards jerseys everywhere. Obviously, it's a home game, but as the season progresses, and if the Wizards continue, or not to continue, if the Wizards are playing above 500 basketball, I could obviously continue seeing. I could see the Wizards or Capital One continue to get, fill out even more and more and more on a consistent basis. That's one thing to look out for, definitely. Pretty good. Those Lakers fans are going to rock AJ jerseys this year. Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to call it quits, dude. We talked about that. We talked about the schedule release. I got a video coming out on Anthony Davis and Alex Sarr possibly tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow definitely. I was thinking about doing it today, but my squad is calling me over for Marvel Rivals, and I got more editing to do there. But yeah, I'm gonna do a video on the front court, or mostly on Alex Sarr, but also the front court of AD and Sarr. Dropping tomorrow. I'm also gonna do a video on Saturday. I'm trying to think of a topic. But yeah. That's that. We are 69 days away from the home opener. 69 days away. 2 months and a week. We'll see what happens. But man, I'm going to end this stream with this. It has been 4 months since we last played a game. I know Summer League was just a month ago, but it's been 4 months since April 10th. 4 months. We have been through a lot in these past 4 months. Obviously, the lottery in early May, May 10th. Then the month after that, all the division that ensued afterwards. Everybody attacking each other regarding AJ versus DP, AJ versus Cam. We went over that. Then we went over the Summer League together regarding the AJ versus DP marquee matchup. We went over that. But think about it. It's been 4 months since we last played a game. It has passed by like this, in my opinion, dude. Like this. I remember the last game was against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Cleveland. I remember that game like it was yesterday. I went after the game. I reacted to it. I covered it, whatever the hell. And I was just like, dude, we are in for a wild off season. Well, the off season is pretty much done. You got the 15th standard contract, and then maybe the Bilal Coulibaly extension in October. But just think about it and kind of recap and think to yourself, dude, these past 4 months have been glorious for the Washington Wizards. We have witnessed a lot, and it's only the beginning. We now got a season to look forward to, man. In my opinion, never mind the overall winning record or the record in general, just a historic season, because this season will mark a tangible and visible change with the Washington Wizards. It's crazy. The past 4 months has been, in my opinion, like a blaze. Now we only got basically 2 months left until this starts. And the Commanders start playing tomorrow. You know what I mean? So football, September is going to be quick. Training camp's going to be in October. So you know what I mean? Like before you know it, we're going to be, up in arms. We're going to be, chat's going to be going crazy, but yeah, man. Anyways, Paprika says, we up. Live to listen to chat. Yo, what's up, Dirty? Got in late, but I'm here hoping that everybody's doing well. Can't wait to see hoops and back on the screen. Decent amount of primetime games for us this year. Yeah. 6 games. Anyways, bro, I'm calling it quits, y'all. Take care, everybody. I'll see y'all. Maybe a stream on maybe Monday next week. Friday and Saturday's gonna be standard videos coming out. I've been lagging on that, but maybe Monday. Other than that, take care, everybody. I'll see y'all Monday. If you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. Get the video a thumbs up, please. If you're watching this, it'll help out the stream and the algorithm. Peace, y'all.